Hello students, welcome back to our channel. And this is the video of chapter number 10 science, or chapter number 10 science, work and energy. Work and energy. There are two parts of this chapter. In part 1 there are only 6 topics: work, energy, power, potential energy, kinetic energy, and law of conservation of energy. So first of all, in part 1 we will do work, energy, and kinetic energy. In part 2 we will do potential, laws of motion, law of conservation of energy and power. Okay, so there are 2 parts. In part 1 we will do these 3 topics, and in part 2 we will do another 3 topics. So let's begin with our so what we will do in work. We will first of all see what is work, how will we define it. Oh, sorry. How will we define it? SI unit, definition, and formula, etc. Okay. Energy, we will see also these same things. And in kinetic energy we will see the definition as well as we will see its derivation. So let's start with work. Students, we are on work. So let's first of all talk about work. What is work? Let's take an example. Your father or your mother is going to their job, and they wake up at the early morning, they do their work, take a bath, do the brush, eat breakfast, and take a taxi, car, or a bike, and go to their office and do the work. And at the night or at the evening they come back, and they take a rest from where they have when they have on the bed from where they have wake up at the morning. So you will tell that work, but in scientific way that is not work. Okay, in scientific way, displacement and force, there are 2 factors. Okay, if I am going to my school and doing my all the homework, let's take an example. I'm started from here my day, then I go to school, tuition, then take breakfast, then come to home, watch TV, do homework, everything, and take a rest at that same bed. So the work will be 0, because displacement means S is 0. Displacement we have done 0. In scientific way, the 2 factors are needed, so we can say that work has been done: force and displacement. Force has been applied on the body, and displacement of the body is much needed. That means you have applied the force on your whole body, but your displacement is 0. You can take example. You started day from here. You go to school, go to market, tuition, study this, and you take a rest at your another bedroom or a sofa. Then the work will be done, because you have applied the force, and you have done the displacement also. So the scientific definition of work is force should be done on any object, and displacement should be must done on any object. Okay, so that is the scientific formula and the scientific reason and definition of the work. So let's start with work. Okay, we know that two main factors are needed in work: force and displacement. So let's start with work. As I have said that force and displacement is must needed in work. Okay, this is the formula: force into displacement. Then this is work is scalar quantity. It has only magnitude. It has not direction. It has only magnitude. So that is why it is known as only magnitude. It has no direction. It can be positive, negative, or zero. It can be positive, negative, or zero. It can be positive, negative, and zero. Students, don't forget that. And its SI unit is joule or a Newton meter. Okay. So its formula is force into displacement. Then its quantity is scalar quantity. Then it can be plus, negative, and zero. Then its SI unit is joule and Newton meter. And as I have told that it has only magnitude, not direction. That's what is known as scalar quantity. Okay. Now we can observe that it can be negative, it can be positive, but how the work can be zero? You have you have understand already how it can be negative, but there is one more factor that can be seen to be zero. Okay, take an example. Here, this is the well. Okay, this is the well. You are pulling with a rope an object. You are pulling an object with a rope. You are pulling in the direction of upwards, but object going in upward, it is going in side. It is going inside. It is going inside. Okay, students, it is going inside. So you can notice that here the 90-degree angle is made. 90-degree angle is made. So let's first of all see that three condition where work is zero. Three condition work will be zero. 90-degree, S is equal to 0 and force is equal to 0. As I have told in the intro that if you displacement is 0, then work will be 0 because force into displacement. If displacement is 0, so you can apply any type of force, then it will answer will be 0. And displacement you can do any type of, okay, you can do most of the displacement in your day. But if you not apply any type of force, so distance into force is 0, so answer will be 0. So we have seen two conditions, and third condition is 90-degree. As I have told that you are pulling a rope and object, or pulling an object from a rope, you are pulling object in an upward direction, but the object going inside. So you can see here the 90-degree angle is made. So displacement will be work will be 0. Work will be 0. Okay, because 90-degree angle is made, so the work will be 0. Now let's see the two things of the work that it can be positive or negative. When force act opposite direction of displacement, it will negative. That means, let's take an example of this. Let's take an example. You are going, okay, you are going in this way, and the force applied on the opposite direction of the displacement. So you are forcing on this way, but the displacement is on this way, and you are forcing on this way. So you are giving the opposite force. Okay, the force, you are acting a force opposite to the direction of displacement, so it will be negative. You can see the definition also. When force is acted opposite direction of displacement, force is acted opposite direction of displacement, then it will be negative. While in other case, the force applied in a direction of displacement, the force, that means displacement is going in this way, and you are, see, this is car, the car is moving and displacing in the same direction, in this direction, and I am pushing it, so I am doing work, and work will be positive because I am pushing the car in the direction of that direction of its displacement. Okay, this car is moving and the direction is this, displacement of direction is this, and I am pushing in the same direction, so it will be positive. But the car is displacing from its place and coming on this direction, coming on this direction, and I am pushing the car from its front, from its opposite, so displacement work will be negative. Okay, So you can see the definition over here. Force is applied in a direction of displacement, it will be positive. Okay, so here we have completed with our work. Here we have completed with our work. So first of all, we have seen its formula F into S. Then we see that it is scalar. Then it can be positive, negative, zero. Then SI unit is joule and Newton meter. It can only it has only magnitude, not direction. It has three conditions to be zero. If the work is done 90 degree, so work will be zero. If as displacement is zero, so work will be zero. If force is zero, work will be zero. Then when force applied in the opposite direction of displacement, the work will be negative. And the force applied in a direction of displacement, it will be positive. It will be positive. Now let's move forward with energy. After doing energy, we will calculate the derivation as well as the we will calculate the formula of kinetic energy. Okay students, we will calculate the formula of kinetic energy. So now let's move forward on energy. So guys, we are on energy. We have done work, we are on energy. So let's start energy. So energy is ability to do work. Any type of work is known as energy. Ability to do work is called energy. It is scalar quantity and it SI unit is joule and Newton meter. And there are two types of energy, kinetic and potential. Kinetic energy is formula is 1/2 mv square and potential mgh. And when we plus kinetic and potential, we will get mechanical energy. Mechanical energy is equal to kinetic plus potential. Now let's take an example. You kick a ball, your leg lose energy and ball gets energy. When you kick the ball move forward and your leg move backward. So what is initially you are doing? You are giving energy to the ball from your leg. So your leg will lose energy. So energy will convert from former to later. The ball gets energy is known as later because it's gain energy and this lose energy. So these is the example of conservation of energy. In part 2 we will do the conservation of energy as well as. Okay, so you can write down as the type of notes. Okay, here we have done also energy. Students, our exam date is near, so I will not take too much of time because I know that we have to complete our chapter in hour or 50 minutes or 40 minutes. So I will not do we will not do extra things and waste our time. So let's quickly see our kinetic energy. Okay students, now we are on kinetic energy. Any type of energy which was in possessed motion. Now let's take an example. I am writing on the board. So what I am doing? I am using my energy to write the things on the board. So that is known as kinetic energy. Anything that is doing the motion, it is known as kinetic energy. You are walking, so that is called kinetic energy. You are talking, that is called kinetic energy. So let's take the definition. Kinetic energy is the energy possessed by the motion of the object. Okay, kinetic energy is the energy which was produced or produced by a motion of the objects. So there is the important derivation of the kinetic energy. In kinetic energy, in early chapter, chapter number 8 and chapter number 7, we learn 3 laws of motion. We have learned the three formulas. From that 3 we get one formula in which it consists of final velocity, initial velocity, acceleration and displacement. So which is that formula? Half of 180 square? Wrong students. Half of 180 square, that there is no final velocity. That formula is v square minus u square is equal to 2as. Here you can see final velocity, here you can see initial velocity, 2 acceleration, displacement. You can take this as this side and this 2a will be this side. Okay, you can take 2a in division and s separate it. Now we have also learned the formula F is equal to ma from chapter number 8. From chapter number 8, laws of motion, second law of motion, we have studied that. Okay, so W is equal to F into S. We know that first in the intro I have said that work is equal to force into displacement. If the displacement is there and the force is there, the work will be done. So we can put the formula of F in a place of F and formula of S in a place of S. So we have put in a place of F we have put ma, and in a place of S we have put v square minus u square upon 2a. And now let's calculate this small a will be cut. Now 2 will be go upwards, so it will become 1 upon 2 mv square. So here is the derivation of the kinetic energy. Here is the derivation of kinetic energy. So here we have done with our part 1. We have done energy. What is energy? We have done work, and as well as we have done kinetic energy. Let us quickly recapitulate. In energy, we seen the SI unit. SI unit is joule. Formula is F into S, displacement into force. Then it is scalar quantity. Then what we have seen? It can be positive, negative, or 0. What are the three conditions of the 0? 90, F is equal to 0, S is equal to 0. Then how can be negative, how can be positive? Now in energy we see the scalar quantity, it SI unit, it is joule, as well the rate of doing the work, it is also known as energy. Then it is scalar quantity, then kinetic and potential energy, and when we plus kinetic plus potential we will get mechanical energy. We have also seen that. Okay, we have also taken the example of kicking the ball and getting the value, kicking the ball and formal and lateral. Okay, we have seen the kinetic energy with its definition and with its derivation. So in part 2 we will do our first of all we will do our conservation of first of all we will do potential energy, and then we will do law of conservation of energy, and in the last we will do power. Okay, I think this chapter will complete in 40 to 45 minutes. I will try to complete this chapter, and I am thinking that it might take 40 or 35 minutes, not lengthy chapter, but exam is near, so we have to complete this chapter very fast. Okay, so let's quickly end this video and start our part 2. So thanks for watching. If you like this video, like, share and subscribe. Let's meet in part 2. In part 2 we will cover whole chapter as well as remaining topics. So tab tak ke liye jai hind, jai bharat.